Hi again. I got more questions about constipation and detoxification. And this is a really important subject, so I want to go into a little more depth on this because if you start detoxifying and use various products to detoxify, and you have constipation, you run the risk of those toxins just floating around your body and going to the brain. I actually know several people where they didn't understand this and they started to do like a pretty heavy duty detox, and they wound up developing brain issues like dementia, and they weren't diagnosed with dementia, but they had a serious problem with confusion and memory and processing information. So that's why I want to make sure that you understand how important it is that you're not constipated and the steps you can take immediately to work on that. So I'm going to present things that are pretty inexpensive that you could start with and see how it works. Believe it or not, even just switching your water to like an alkaline water, which will help decrease inflammation, that can help things start going. One of the mistakes a lot of people make is they add fiber, but if you're really clogged up, if your colon is really clogged up, you're just adding more stuff, and that's not going to help move things along. So, starting with water, make sure you're properly hydrated, because if your colon's not properly hydrated, you're going to have a hard time getting the poop out. And, it's funny, I never felt comfortable talking about poop, especially in a public forum like this. Would have been like the last thing I would consider doing. But let's get over our shyness and let's talk about this very serious problem a lot of people are having, and how it can definitely affect your health, being constipated. So I'm pushing myself outside my comfort zone. Well, I'm already doing that by doing these videos, which I have a problem with, but I just want people to get this information. So if you are constipated, if it's something that you haven't had a good bowel movement in a while, please start with simple things first, like drinking water, right? Getting good clean water in your body. I notice the difference when I do alkaline water. If I'm a little stuck, that really helps me a lot. The other thing is magnesium. Magnesium can be a huge help for someone who is constipated. I happen to like this brand. This is a problem I have with supplements, is that I have a lot of products I like from different companies. I've not found one company that has all the products I like. And because I'm a chiropractor, I do have access to professional grade products. So this one, I think anybody can buy solar products. But what I'm going to suggest is, if this is something you're interested in, comment below, send me a DM, and I will get you my links so that you can sign up for my dispensary, and I will give you a nice discount so you can save money even on these professional grade products. And then once you sign up, just let me know. Okay, so magnesium citrate, and then I mentioned this yesterday, L-glutamine. It's one of my favorites because it helps decrease inflammation in the gut, which I think is a major problem as far as having any kind of GI disturbances, food allergies, constipation, diarrhea. I think a lot of it's inflammation. So if you can decrease the inflammation, you're going to really make some good headway with moving your bowels. So drink water, do L-glutamine, particularly this product. I have not had the same experience with other products, and this is a professional grade product. Again, I'm happy to give you my link for that. Magnesium, and the other thing I really like, I've been actually using this product for about 12 to 15 years. It's called Greens First, and you should be able to get this online. And if you can't, just let me know. I mean, this, I wish my eyes were a little better. I do need new glasses, but it's got so many amazing ingredients, organic fruits and vegetables. It does have prebiotics, probiotics. It's got digestive enzymes in it, and a lot of other really great things like quercetin and bromelain, which are great for decreasing inflammation. So, you should be able to find this product online, and I definitely recommend it. If I go periods without taking it, I definitely notice a difference with me with my energy, and just feeling of well-being. But this is great. But again, if you're severely constipated, this could help. If it doesn't help right away, then switch to something else, because we don't want, it building up in your body. And then digestive enzymes are another inexpensive way to help getting things moving. So this company is great. This is one of the companies I work with. They have a nice balance between the digestive enzyme protease, which is good for breaking down protein, amylase, which is good for breaking down carbohydrates, and lipase, which is good for breaking down fats. It also has bromelain in it, which is great for decreasing inflammation, and papain, and I can't read the other ingredients because my eyes are terrible. So this is a great product. Biozyme is another good product. What I don't like is I don't think they have enough amylase in it. So if you don't think you have a problem breaking down fats, this could be a great product to try. So I would definitely suggest getting some kind of digestive enzyme, but there is some truth in you get what you pay for. I don't recommend getting things on Amazon. I don't recommend getting cheap stuff, because there is a difference in the quality. So I also want to tell you that if you've been constipated for a really long time, consider getting a series of colonics. I first started getting them before I had my daughter, so it was over 22 years ago. I had developed gallstones, and I did a series of 6. I could feel my gallbladder like draining. I could feel that release coming by doing it. It is truly incredibly uncomfortable. I will not lie, it is not something fun, but I do like the way I feel afterwards. I've been going through a series. Right now I'm on my fifth in the last 5 weeks, so I'm doing it once a week again, because again it's been a problem for me again out of nowhere. So I don't enjoy it, but I talk a lot to the woman who's really fantastic, and that keeps me distracted. So if that's been a problem for a long time, consider it, because it's kind of like like a hot tub, like it's kind of like a little massage for your intestines. So I know it sounds weird, and fortunately I had a really great person the first time I decided to try it. Again, 22 years ago, and colonics, are the bomb. It's really amazing how great they are for you. So let me talk to you about how to determine which digestive enzyme is best. If you know you have a problem with sugar, for instance, you may want to get one that is more balanced towards the amylase. If you know you have a problem breaking down protein, definitely go the protease route. And if you find that you have gallbladder issues and breaking down fat is a problem, you may want to get one that's straight lipase and take definitely with every meal, maybe even do 2. Again, if you're having gallbladder issues, I definitely still recommend doing colonics at some point, because that's just going to help draw the toxins out of the liver. It's going to help draw, open up those pathways for the gallbladder. I think if I didn't do colonics, I would probably have had to get my gallbladder removed 20 some years ago. I was in incredible pain. The doctors wanted to, operate on me, and I just didn't want to do it. I want to, I want to die with all my organs still in my body, even if I'm doing what I can to keep myself healthy. So consider that. And then, so another way you can determine which digestive enzyme is best, if you don't want to get one that's evenly weighted or is going to help break down all different types of food, is if you take your fingers and put them under your rib cage on the right side. Now do this lying down so you don't have the muscles getting in the way, and go under the rib cage. If that's really tender, if you feel pain under your shoulder blade, the right shoulder blade, because that's where we get a referral pain from the gallbladder, then that's a yes, that breaking down fats is a problem for you. If you go and do the same thing on the other side, on the left side, you take your fingers, again, you're lying on your back, go under the rib cage on the left. If that's tender, then you probably need to get a digestive enzyme called amylase, a digestive enzyme that's more weighted in that direction. And then if you're concerned whether you have a problem breaking down protein, on either side of your belly button, about an inch, at the same time, poke with your fingers on either side of the belly button. And if that's tender, then you probably have a problem breaking down protein. This is something I learned over 20 years ago. I had done a continuing education on digestive enzymes with one of the experts in the field. And I would use this in practice all the time to try to determine which one would be best. Again, I really do like this product by Optimal Health Systems, because you're going to get pretty much everything you need. It's not as heavily weighted towards lipase, which is breaking down fat, but it's still really great. So that's something, again, if you're interested, I can give you the link. You'll get a discount, and I'm happy to do that for you. So then the other thing we have is that I found to be really helpful are chiropractic adjustments, particularly something that activates the relaxation response. You'd be surprised how many people are walking around constipated because they are stressed. And if we can do something to eliminate that stress, or get your body to handle stress better by learning how to initiate that relaxation response, you would be amazed how everything starts to work better. So chiropractic is something that works great. It allows the brain to talk to the vagus nerve that goes down to the gut, and that will allow that pathway to be open so that your body can work better. And I've talked about the vagus nerve before, and I'll probably do another live on the vagus nerve, but basically it's the connection between your brain and your gut. It's the thing that helps get us out of fight or flight. We have strands of nerves going to all the organs. So it's really a very important nerve that we have in our body. So chiropractic, I just mentioned water, talked about these specific supplements. And then the last thing that I really love to help me if I can't get to the chiropractor or I just want to do something in my house is BrainTap. BrainTap is a great app because it will use specific tones and frequencies to get you out of fight or flight immediately. You can feel your whole body just relaxing if you have a tight jaw. If you get headaches a lot that are stress related, you can just feel your whole body melt. Now, it is more powerful with a headset, but I have a lot of people that just use the app that get great results. If you go to braintapworks.com, you'll get an opportunity for a free 2-week trial. If you message me and say, I want to try the BrainTap for a month, I can give you a link for a free month on the app. I'm happy to do that. BrainTap was one of the major things that helped me with my health, helped get me out of chronic sleep problems and anxiety. I was getting daily anxiety and panic attacks, and it really shifted me to the point that I've never experienced those anxiety or panic attacks again. And I was getting them for 5 years daily. and I haven't had them since January 2012. So if that's something you're interested in, comment below, message me, and I will send you the link for that. I think that's it. That's the major stuff. If anyone is interested in working with me one-on-one, I do offer coaching, consultations, telehealth, whatever you want to call it. I'm not seeing patients in person anymore. Everything I'm doing is remote, and I'm happy to guide you and help you figure out this problem so you can be healthier. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and just let me know how I can help you. Thanks. Bye-bye.